Okay then, so now what we are going to do is we are going to work in our header component. So before moving to the header, we need to create two more states over here. So const, not const, use state snippets, and I'm going to create a type, set type, and that's going to load by default restaurants. Rest Taurants, restaurants, Restaurants, restaurants. Okay, and it's going to load the ratings also. Use state snippet ratings, set ratings. For the time being, ratings it's going to be an empty because we are going to pass these two informations into our header component for the filtering purposes. So let me unhide it, and here I'm going to pass all those informations. Okay, so this it's going to be we need to pass the type and set type and all those informations to our header. So what are the information we need to pass? Set type is equals set type, then set ratings is equals set ratings, and also we need to pass the set coordinates equals set coordinates. So these are the informations we need to pass, and let's destructure those informations over here. Set type, then we need to pass, let me close the map for time being, environment GitHub variable, and set ratings comma, then set coordinates comma safety changes. So we having all those necessary props for our header for the time being now, and now let's get started. So instead of loading like this header, what I'm going to do is I'm going to load the flex from the Chakra UI. Open the flex and load it. Okay, and this is going to be the absolute position. So position is going to be the absolute position, and it should always be top 0, left 0. Okay, and then we need to add few more properties. That's going to be width is equals it should take the complete width of the screen, and it should take, for instance, padding in x-axis. The padding in x-axis is going to be, oh come on, padding in x-axis it's going to be 4, and padding in y-axis it's going to be 2, and z-index it should be always the top of everything, so 1 or 1. Okay, and then inside this flex box I'm going to create one more flex, and inside this flex I'm going to create autocomplete that should comes from React Google Map API services. So make sure that it is coming from React Google Maps API services, and then close this map. Inside this autocomplete we are going to create our search input field. So input that first I'm going to create input group from Chakra UI, and then enter, and that input group it's going to width is going to be 35 viewport width, and the shadow it's going to be LG, and inside this we are going to create the input right right element. Okay, what is going to be your right element? For the right element I'm just going to keep the pointer events as none, and the children inside that right element I'm going to load the icon which is coming from by search. What is that icon? That is going to be the icon. So let me import that icon. Import from React icons slash bi, and that is bi search icon. Okay, so let's load that icon over here, bi search, and that color it's going to be gray color, and the font size it's going to be 20, and you should end that icon. So this icon will be loaded over there. Okay, so for the time being it's showing issues. Okay, it's because of the autocomplete. So no worries, because of the autocomplete it's showing error. So we need to do few changes for the autocomplete. So for the time being, comment that auto hide, autocomplete, and refresh it. And here you can see that icon over here. For the time being, it's not looking great because we need to alter few changes in it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to complete this input group over here. If you're not sure about what I'm typing right now, go ahead your Chakra UI and search for input group over here. If you search for input group and nothing is happening, why? What I'm going to do, I'm going to search for input manually over here, input, and these are the inputs we are going to use over here. So search, go through this document. See, this is the thing we are using, input group. Well, I'm going to use the input along with the icons. That's why I'm using these things. So go through this and let me complete this one, what I'm started typing over here. So right after this, I need to use the input, and that input is going to be the type and all those things, not this input. We are going to use the input by provided by your Chakra UI self-closing tag, and inside this input I'm going to say type, it's going to be text. Then placeholder, it's going to be search Google Map, because later we are going to search this by using places API. Variant, it's going to be filled variant, because it's having lots of variants over here. If you search for their docs over here, you can find what are the difference between the filled, outline, all those things, where it is. Here we go. This is the filled one, this is the outline one, flushed, unstyled. On all these things, these are the variants, and I'm going to use the filled one for this case. And the font size, it's going to be 18 pixels, and BG, it's going to be white, and the text color, it's going to be gray 700. And on hover, okay, on hover effect, whenever I'm hover above it, it needs to change the background color a little bit. So for that, what I'm going to use is I'm going to use this color specifically. So white alpha 800, this one, white alpha 800, and I'm going to use the same color code whenever I'm focusing it. On focus, that means once I click inside that white alpha dot 800, once I clicked inside that text box, it should change the place color, and the placeholder color, it's going to be color colon the same color. Copy and paste it, save the changes. Now let's have a look at it in our local host. Look at that, this is our search box. When I hover it, you can see that it's changing the color. When I click it on focus event, it's still having that same color over there. Look at that, it's looking good. Cool. Now we need to change these filter options over here. Let's go and write these styles for our filters. Okay, so right after this autocomplete, leave that autocomplete for the time being hidden. I'll show you when you want to uncomment it. Okay, so right here I'm going to create a flex box, one more flex box, which is going to hold all your menu filtering, ratings, and all those things. And this is going to be align items center and justify the content in the center. Okay, and inside this flex box we are going to create one more flex. This is for our ratings. Okay, this inside this only we are going to create the ratings. So let me create a style for it first. So align items, let me hide it, align items center and justify the content center, and the padding px it's going to be 4, and padding py, it's going to be 2, and bg, it's going to be white. Rounded, it's going to be full, and margin, from the margin left, it should take 4, and shadow, it should use the shadow as LG. Okay, and the cursor, it's going to be pointer. Okay, still we need to add few more things that we will add later, and let's bring up something inside it. So what we are going to use is we are going to use the menu. So if I go ahead and search for menu, okay, so here you can see that what is it, how to create a menu. For instance, if I click it, it's bringing up this nice menu over here, and it's changing automatically, right? So we are going to use this menu only. So let me create that menu, and let's go and start creating it. So let's use that menu. So make sure that menu is imported from Chakra UI React. Okay, and that menu is, it's not a self-closing tag, I think so. Yeah, menu is not a self-closing tag. Okay, enter. And first art I need to do is I need to load icon. So star, bi star, because it's a rating, right? So we need to load that star icon. Font size is going to be 25. Then I need to bring the menu button from Chakra UI and close it. Inside this menu button, I'm just going to type choose ratings. Here I'm going to say mx is equals to transitions equals all 0.2 seconds, border radius is equals empty. Okay, so that's the informations you need to supply. And then if you save the changes, currently you can see nothing. Okay, you can't see anything for the time being. It's not showing anything. And let's complete it so that after this you can see the complete informations over there. Save the changes and look at that. I'm sorry, I didn't save the file, that's why it's not showing anything. So it's showing that nice button, and it's showing that choose the ratings. Okay, so when I click this, I need to bring that menu list. Okay, so right after this menu button, we are going to create that menu list. Inside this menu list, I'm going to create one by one menu item. So let's create the menu item. Where it is, menu item, Chakra UI. Okay, so this menu item, so inside this menu item, first what we are going to display, we are going to display the text. So here you can't create a paragraph or anything. That is the, for you need to use the typography. That's why we are using the text component. Okay, inside this I'm going to say all ratings, and let's see now we can see that it's working fine. Okay, when I click it, it's coming. When I click again, it's going back. Cool. Okay, so now what we need to do is, for this menu item we need to add some styles. For instance, it's going to be display flex, and it's going to be align items center, and it's going to be justify the content center, and also it's going to have the on click event. On click, I'm going to call a callback function, and that callback function is going to be set ratings as empty. Okay, that means if you choose all rating, it should keep an empty rating over there. Okay, so now our first menu item is completed. So let's copy this menu item and paste it one more time. And this time, instead of this, what you can say, instead of this particular rating, text rating, I'm going to display a few more informations. Okay, So if I click this, the rating is also not looking good. The text is also not looking good. So we need to add few more styles over here and here. So hold your Alt key and click on the both text. So type font size is equals 20 and font weight is going to be 500 and color it's going to be gray 700. Okay, so these are the things we are going to write, and for here we are going to use the orange 500. We are going to use that particular style, and instead of all rating it's going to be 2.0. Okay, so after this text, what I need to do is I need to display the ratings. So for that I'm going to use the ratings which is coming from Material UI Lab. Okay, actually for the rating I couldn't find any best packages for to use, and this rating is highly user friendly to create the number of stars and all those things. So use that Material UI Lab to create the rating stars and all those things. So size, I'm going to define it small, and the value, what is the star value? Only 2 because it's 2.0 rating, right? So read only. Okay, now you should see that nice stars over there. Look at that. How cool it is. See? It's looking good, right? And it's looking sick. Cool. Now let's go ahead and let's create the remaining ratings and all those things. Okay, so everything is working fine, and whenever the user clicks, set the ratings to 2. Okay, save that changes also. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to copy this information and we need to paste it. So let me copy this menu item one more time, paste it. This time it's going to be 3, and here 3.0, and here value 3. Paste it one more time. This time it's going to be 4, and here it's going to be 4, and then this time it's going to be 4, and this time it's going to be is 4.5, and here it's going to be 4.5. Okay, and you can say instead of 4.5 we can say 5, here 4.5, and here it's going to be 5. Save the changes, and now let's see what is happening. Look at that. Okay, so it's added, everything is added perfectly. So now what we need to do, just a moment. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, if I click this, it's coming perfectly. Cool. Okay, so now what we need to do is, so right after this I need to create one more icon that's like a drop icon or something. So let me create that icon after this menu list. After this menu over here, I'm going to give by chevron down, font size it's going to be 25. Let's see, we have that icon. If I click this, that will bring this nice menu down, and I can choose the ratings and all those things. If you wish to add few space between it, what you can do is instead of here for all the items we are using justify content center, instead of center you can change these strings to space around. Everywhere, hold your alt key and press and type space around. Now if you go ahead and if you check it, you can see that it's divide the spaces between them equally, and now this is looking perfectly, right? Cool. Now the rating filter is done. So let's go ahead and create the next few more filtering options. So right after this flex box, where is this flex is ending? This flex is for our the rating. Okay, that's good. That's ending right over there. Enter. And write this. Now what we need to do, we need to create the filter for restaurants. This is for our restaurants, and that is also going to be our flex box. Okay, inside this flex box only we are going to keep our two important informations. What are the two important informations? Our icon and our text name. So let's say BI restaurant icon, and that icon size is going to be font size 25. Okay, and here I'm going to keep the text. That text is going to be uh, restaurants, and this is going to take margin left 3, font size as font size is going to be 16, and font weight is going to be 500. Save the changes. Now you can see that icon over here, but it's not looking good because we need to add a few styles over here. And here I'm going to use the same repeated styles only. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy that styles, whatever I returned for this. Okay, so as I here we need to add few more styles. I forgot to add that few more styles. What are the styles is nothing but the hover event. Hover, whenever I'm hovering it, it's need to change its background color to uh, gray dot 100 whenever it's hovering, and then transition it's going to be ease in out. Oops, where I am, here it is. And then transition duration it's going to be uh, 0.3 seconds. Now copy all these styles and scroll down, and where is our restaurant's flexbox? Over here. Paste it exactly over here, and let's verify it one more time. So align center, justify center, padding X and Y, BG wide, rounded, full, margin left 4, shadow, cursor, hover, transition duration. At last, on click event. On click, I'm going to call a callback function, and that's going to set the type of the search. What is the search we are going to use? Restaurant. Whenever the user clicks this, it's need to search restaurants. RESTAURANTS, restaurants. Save the changes. And now let's see it. Look at that. When I'm hovering it, it's having that nice background changes over there. Same over here. It's good. Now what we need to do, all I'm just going to, where is this flux is ending? Over here. Copy this. Right after this flex, now what we are going to do, we are going to create the hotels. Hotels. This is the hotels filter button. Change this to hotels and change these icons to BI hotel. Save the changes. Look at that. It's done. And set this type to hotel. HOTEL. Hotels. Okay. Cool. So later we need this because we need this state we need to set the state. Whenever I click that, I need to set the hotels. When I click that, it need to be set as restaurant, and I will pass that to the API to fetch the informations. That's what we are going to do next. Okay, that's right next after this. So flex, this is where it's ending, and this now last one, the last one is going to be the attractions. Search it, attractions. Okay, attractions, and the icon we are going to use BI map alternative, and the text is going to be attractions, ATTRACTION. Save the changes, and now we have these awesome filter options in for our Google map over there. So our header now is pretty done. Next, what we need to do is we need to load the list, all the list for our current default location. This should fetch our current default location, and it should bring all the list of our places, that available restaurants and all those things over here. That's what we are going to do next.